Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Piping the Yankton Buck logo on the right side of the shorts and on the left side of the top of the uniform. We mentioned Kroberg, the senior, he's the keeper. Ty Bindi, a senior. Lance Dannenbring, a senior, also starts. Sophomore Anthony Alfonso Acosta, along with senior Simon Scholes and sophomore Cade Riefenrath, sophomore Jack Peterson, freshman Antonio Guitron, then sophomores Byron Jimenez and Kevin Ortiz. For head coach Dave Dannenbring, his assistant Riley Smith. Yankton with a record of 7-2-1. The EnviroTech Pierre Governors starting lineup comes in 30 seconds after this from Guess Who? EnviroTech, here on River 92.7. Haley Fable is the senior keeper for the Governors. He wears the lime green highlight, color green uniform. The Governors otherwise with emerald green tops, white numerals and letters, the familiar P and the white stripes. Fable starts in goal. Jacob Leiferman, the junior, on the back line. Javier Prito-Alegre, 3 goals this season. The sophomore Jacoby LaRush, the Governors' leading scorer. The freshman starts with Caden Einhardt, Kalen Morris, Stephen Blanchette, Lucas Height, Caden Morris. They all start for the Pierre Governors. The starting lineups brought to you by EnviroTech. And the law on the field is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Let's hear from those folks, and then we'll come back to the PILC Soccer Complex in 30 seconds here on River 92.7. Our thanks to the officials working this afternoon's game, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. As the Governors and Yankton Bucks prepare to meet, and this is a series in boys soccer where Yankton has certainly had the upper hand. 7-1-2. The Bucks have won the last 5 meetings. In fact, 5-0-2 against Pierre in the last 7. The Bucks won last year at Crane Youngworth Field 4-2. Won 2 years ago here 5-0. The only Pierre win in this series came back in 2015. A Pierre 3-1 victory, and that was at Crane Youngworth Field. So the Governors have never beaten the Bucks here and have beaten them only once in the 10 meetings between these schools in boys soccer. Pierre at 3-4-2 for head coach Miguel Enriquez, Aaron Fable, Tyson Bramley, and Dane Hagan are his assistants. Temperature in the 90s, just a little bit of a zephyr. The wind actually out of the northwest. It's a good thing the wind's not out of the south. It might be even a few degrees warmer. A little late in the season, and we've had, frankly, enough hot weather for one person's liking for this year, but these players will certainly get their miles in today, and in this warm weather, 90 degrees. Again, as the boys in action first, and that's followed by the girls, the Governors and Gazelles, as the Governors are trying to hold on the girls' side to that 8th spot in the AAC point standings. Again, the Governor boys stand at number 15, tied for 15th anyway, with Rapid City Central. But again, both of those schools are 2 full points ahead of the Mitchell Colonels. So they're in much, much better shape than the Governors are than if they would have lost last Saturday or even drawn. A draw wouldn't have been quite as detrimental, but a loss to the Governors really would have made these last few matches tough. And the Governors know they have good opponents in all of their remaining matches. Yankton today, Jefferson at home for the boys on Saturday, and then Huron on Tuesday. And then remember the addition, or at least a rescheduling, a week from Thursday when the Governors go up to Aberdeen to meet Aberdeen Central. That match, speaking of hot weather, had to be postponed when there were those triple-digit highs back in August. So that match will be made up next Thursday, a week from today, that is. And a reminder, in our Family Dental Appear in Gettysburg postgame, we'll give you our Hermanson Endodontics big play of the game. Also, our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game will be named then. Glad you're with us, and we'll take another 3-minute break here, including from our friends at Comtech with our Comtech opening kickoff just ahead for you. So after a 3-minute break and a pause for station identification, it's the Pierre Governors and the Yankton Bucks from the PILC Soccer Complex. The action's next on the official voice of Governors Soccer, River 92.7.
Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Sign Company, the area's
well, here we go at the PILC
company
Soccer Complex,
They offer
Pierre and
signage
Yankton,
solutions
as the Bucks look to keep their dominance going over the Governors. Comtech opening kick will be taken by Pierre, and they will move from right to left in this first half in green, Yankton in white and black. Watch it at the River 92.7 page, at the DRG News app, and at drgnews.com. Brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Caleb Brozick taking care of the video. It is Yankton, to kick. They're the ones in white, David. Here they start ahead. We hope you enjoy the action. Nels Hansen, the other starter. We mentioned 10 of them for the Bucks, and now it's back to Simon Scholes, who puts it ahead. Again, they try to work it, as we were told they might do down the outside. Cross in front right away, and no choice there. But for Carter Norton, the sophomore, getting a chance to start today because Weston Northrup has hobbled a little bit. We noticed in the pre-match that he had a little bit of a wrap around his left leg and really couldn't run, so we might not see Weston today at all. And Yankton, just about 40 seconds into the match, will have their first corner. They're at the end to our right. And it is a short one, and Fable had to come up, and it went off his hand, then off a Yankton foot and right back out of play. And that was a little bit of break. It went off a Pierre foot, actually, and Yankton's going to have another corner right away. So a big chance immediately for the Yankton Bucks, and they'll try again with another corner. Little bit of an outswing off a foot into the hands of Fable. There were two Bucks there right in front, but Fable was able to scoop it up. He sends it long ahead into Yankton's end, and good run here by Jacoby LaRush. This team's leading scorer was 7 goals, only had control for a moment. Now Anthony Alfonso Acosta wearing number 8 in white, if you're watching. Mishandled here by Peterson, and Pierre sends it back up ahead. Just over a minute and a half in, LaRush trying to put some pressure here on Simon Scholes, and it is LaRush taking it in front, and not the best angle, but he still put it in front anyway, and Jackson Kronberg is able to scoop it up. So we've had chances for both sides. One shot for Yankton off their two corners, and LaRush giving the defense of Yankton a little bit of trouble there. Pierre able to control in their own end, and Fable boots it out as far as midfield, where the Bucks put it right back in. And then Owen Savage brings it right back out for the Governors. The Javier Pretel Alegre, who has come on as this season has continued. Back for the rush. Now Stephen Blanchette in the midfield, trying to control. But taken right back, and now trying to start a rush is Nels Hansen. Going on that left wing, trying to run outside is Peterson, but forced off, at least for a moment, by Lucas Height, who is able to bring it off the Yankton player and have a pure throw-in their own end. We're in the third minute. Just about 3 minutes have been played. No score. Again, it's boys action first today here at the PILC Soccer Complex. And then it's the girls playing second. Play is stopped here for a moment, and because there's a Yankton player down on the side. Let's take a quick 30-second break while they tend to him a Coca-Cola timeout. No score, about 3 minutes in between Pierre and Yankton. Back in 30 seconds here on River 92.7.
Your business, from custom signs and banners to digital displays, autographics, and more. We'll help your business create a memorable impression. Synergy Sign Company. From custom signs to digital displays. Give us a call at 605-337-2686 or visit us online at synergysignco.com.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Putting Jack right on a cart that is over there, and they're going to have to tend to him. Just about 3 minutes of this match have been played. There's been one shot right on. That was by Yankton, who've already had a couple of corners. Still no score, and Peterson will be wheeled back over this way, where we are in between the two benches and in between the two fields here at the PILC Soccer Complex is right next to the medical tent. Play will get back underway here shortly. And it will be Yankton to restart from midfield. About 3 minutes into the match. And they'll give it right back to Fable. That's courtesy as Pierre had the possession when Jack Peterson suffered the injury. Trying to make a run on the left side for the Governors is Javier Pretel Alegre. Can't catch up with it as Simon Schultz did a good job to ward him off too for the Yankton Bucks. Playing on the east field. Little bit of a breeze, as you may be able to hear through our effects mic. Out of the north, about 12 miles an hour. Temperature around 90 degrees, so it's a warm one for the middle part of September. First of 3 straight home matches for both Governor varsity teams. Alegre tries to send it ahead for Pierre. But it's Lance Dannenbring who controls it for Yankton as the Bucks try to start a rush. Intercepted. Good play by Stephen Blanchette in the midfield for the Governors. To Jacoby LaRush. Wide. Left wing in front of us to Javier Pretel Alegre. Near the corner. Moves it past Acosta. Headed down. Dannenbring tried to clear. Didn't clear it out. Instead, a drive by Caleb Morris is sent wide. Well, Dannenbring didn't get all he wanted on that clear, and it right to the strong right foot of Caleb Morris, but he sent it about 5 feet wide, and Jackson Kronberg in orange in the Yankton net sends a goal kick from left to right, nearly a little wide, and Scholes had to shoulder it down, but then it went into touch, and Pierre will have a throw-in on the offensive end as that goal kick went a little awry. Blanchette left it ahead at midfield, headed by Savage, but a good play by Byron Jimenez to take it in. Went off of the Governor's liferman, and Alegre's able to control, and he sends it ahead for Jacoby LaRush on the left side, looking for a cross. Top of the box, right side, and sending it just a little bit wide are the Governors, and a very good opportunity. That's Carter Norton coming up. From the defense being aggressive, Norton came pretty close to his first varsity goal. So the Governors have had a couple of chances here in the last couple of minutes. We're in the 6th minute, and no score at the PILC Soccer Complex as Pierre meets Yankton in boys soccer. Yankton, we've mentioned where Pierre is. Yankton is at number 4 in their number, tied for 3rd in the seed point standings. Both they and Spearfish stand at 7-2-1. And it's been a good run for the Yankton Bucks. They've won their last 3 to improve to that 7-2-1 mark. And Byron Jimenez for them plays it back to Lance Dannenbring. In his way briefly was Caleb Morris. Couldn't start the run. Simon Scholes works nicely around Alegre. Sends it toward goal. A couple of big hops and no problem for Haley Fable in the Pierre net to handle that. A little bit of cloud cover, and that's helpful. The sun is not beating down so much. Caden Aharts for Pierre. Ball free. Norton tried to handle it, sends it back to Caleb Morris. And the Governors have had a couple of opportunities here lately. And Alegre will try to start another down the left wing. Took the pass from LaRush. Nice little touch on the left side to Alegre. Sent in front. Coming in is Caden Aharts, and able to tip it wide is Kronberg. Aharts had a good opportunity. Well, Kronberg actually didn't get a hand on that. It goes for a goal kick. Well, however, Pierre has been all over the net here in the last few minutes. Jack Peterson walking just in front of us after being in the medical tent, is going to head back to the bench. Didn't see what happened over there, but he was the Bucks player that they had to tend to a few moments ago. Pierre trying to attack again, but Yankton clears it out above the D. We are in the 8th minute. No score. Again, Pierre's only beaten Yankton once in boys soccer, and that was 8 years ago. Sent ahead by the Bucks, but too far. 3 Governors are back. There you are, playing, as you can imagine, with some caution on the defensive end. Savage sent it back for a long goal kick by Haley Fable. It's taken in by Simon Scholes in his own end for Watertown, but his clear went right into the Pierre bench. And in fact, Miguel Manriquez tried to get a foot on that. He does end up handing it to Jacob Leiferman for the throw-in. And the possession has belonged to Pierre in the last 4 minutes mostly. Jimenez got tangled up with Blanchette. And now Yankton is able to control at midfield with Dannenbring for a moment. But Pierre has it back. Blanchette, good midfielder. Set it up ahead on the left side to Allegre. Good left-footed touch. This is for LaRoche, and he curls one in. And that time the save is made in net by Kronberg, and Pierce had 4 shots already. There's Kronberg's first save. Distribution went to Pierre for a moment. Now it is Dannenbring trying to move it ahead for Yankton. Not really a good outside run. Remember, we told you in our Central Dakota Eye Care Keys to Success, that's what the Governors wanted to prevent today, was Yankton making outside runs, but really, Pierre have been the aggressors in the last few minutes. Still no score as we just enter the 10th minute of play at the PILC Soccer Complex. And that one goes into touch. So it'll be a Pierre throw in at midfield. Blanchette took it away from a Yankton player, sent it right back out of play. So Cade Riefenrath will have the throw in now for Yankton. And ahead for Jimenez. Lucas Height trying to control it for the Pierre Governors with a header and then another. Knocked down. Height, sensing a little danger, send it out of play. So near midfield, Yankton Simon Scholes has a throw-in. No score. Pierre has really taken the better of the play after the first couple of minutes when Yankton had one shot opportunity. But then since then, the Governors have been very aggressive. Girls action still ahead here on River 92.7. This is Nels Hansen for Yankton. A foot on it by Owen Savage. But Hansen's able to control it again. Nope, Stephen Blanchette took it away from him. And then caught tugging him a little bit is Hansen for a little bit of a frustration foul. And Pierre in their own end will have the free kick in the 11th minute. Sent long ahead. Headed ahead by Aharts, but this will go right to the keeper, Kronberg. Aharts was about 45 yards away, and Kronberg had no problem handling it. The distributions to midfield. Allegre takes it again to Blanchette, leaving it on the right side. A little too far for Aharts. Kevin Ortiz is back there for Yankton, and then sent into touch by the Governors. Or by Yankton. And it is Pierre with a throw-in. For Aharts in the corner, but cleared to midfield. Sean Agard, the senior, is able to take it there for the Governors. Sent back ahead for Allegre, 30 yards away. And nicely intercepted by Nels Hansen. Went for Jimenez. Now they try a long run, but this one's a little bit too far, and Fable's able to boot it right away from what may have been a good scoring chance for Yankton. Aharts controlling for the Governors. Back at the end to our left. On the right side here again comes Carter Norton. Up ahead on the play. And it went off of Norton, in fact, for a Yankton goal kick. But Norton has come into the play a couple of times. He is a defender. Again, playing in the really the place that this is the role that Weston Northrup would normally play, but don't believe we're going to see Northrup, as we mentioned, today. Northrup was not even able to run. Big wrap on his left thigh, we noticed in the warm-up. Sent ahead by Yankton, a run down the left wing. Trying to send it in front. Fable is there to take it away from the Yankton player right away. And Fable has handled it confidently in goal so far. That's been a problem at times for Haley this year, but no problem so far today. Distribution a little too far to Allegre and ends up back in the hands of the Yankton keeper, Jackson Kronberg. Stay tuned. Our Family Dental Pierre of Gettysburg postgame show will feature the Hermanson Endodontics big play of this match and our Cowboy Country Store's player of the match. And girls action also ahead today here on River 92.7. And remember, watch it at the River 92.7 page. Brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Mr. Caleb Brozick is handling the video today. Yankton sends it out of play just to our left. That was the smash against the scoreboard covering you heard that the ball hit. And right in front of us, Allegre with the throw into Caleb Morris. LaRush being marked pretty well, as you can imagine. They know what a scorer he is. Taken back by Jimenez and sent ahead for Lance Dannenbring. Long run down the left side, but too far for his teammates. And again, Fable comes out well right at the top of the box to handle it. And Fable will be able to punt it into the Pierce offensive end where it came right to Allegre, but he couldn't quite, or to LaRush, but he could not quite handle it. And starting back is Byron Jimenez at midfield. Slipped a little. Two Governors are there. One of those is Caleb Morris, who took it away. For Aharts, back for Carter Norton. $2 there to yank him, so to mark him. Don't yank him. That would be a foul. Send out a play by Agard as he saw a little pressure coming. But the throw-in comes right back to Pierre. And Blanchette has went a little awry. Schultz's pass then went awry. Ends up at the feet of Allegre for Pierre. Javier Pretel Allegre, but Schultz came back to knock it into touch. But Pierre will have a throw-in deep in the offensive end. 15th minute, still no score here at the PILC Soccer Complex. Pierre working in our left. Blanchette able to swing it towards the left post, but Kronberg is able to handle it with no problem. But Pierre has another shot. That's a 5 and the second save for Kronberg. They've had 5 shots, Yankton with only 1 so far. And it has been, and Miguel Manriquez and his staff just really must enjoy what they're seeing with attack by the Governors in these first 15 minutes of play. They have really controlled the action for the most part. Yankton's able to send it to midfield. Header way up in the air by Leiferman. This is loose. Acosta goes for, along with Leiferman. It's Jacob who ends up with it. Now ahead on the left wing for Javier Pretal Allegre. Stops, makes a defender miss. Ooh, another good turn and a dime. Send it to LaRush on the left flank. Send it back up top. This is for Blanchette. And a little back heel half bicycle kick by Morris is handled with no problem by the keeper Kronberg. As Morris tried to change it up and fool Kronberg a little bit, but Jackson wasn't having any of it. Now coming back ahead is Lance Dannenbring for the Yankton Bucks. Battle, and now a foul is called on Pierre. Yankton is going to end up with a free kick here. We're in the 17th minute. Just under 24 minutes left, first half. Still no score. Yankton, a long kick sent ahead, but through all of the Yankton players and easily handled by the senior Pierre keeper, Haley Fable. Alex Odekobin will come in at the next opportunity. The distribution long downfield. In fact, on a couple of hops, came back to Jackson Kronberg, the Yankton keeper, who's had to handle it a lot already today himself. Scholes right in front of us. Acosta on the right flank at midfield for Byron Jimenez. And it is sent to touch by Pierre, but Yankton has a throw in Pierre's end, and here will come Alex Odekobin. Javier Pretel Alegre will have a little bit of a rest, but he's made some good rushes early on today. However, it's Yankton here with the throw-in Pier's End. Scholes across. Yankton trying to create a little space, send it back. Reef and Ross sends it back for Ortiz. Now Jimenez leaves it on the left wing. They'll try to cross. Ooh, nicely done there by Tayshawn Agard to send what would have been a good chance for nothing except a Yankton corner, which will be their third. But Agard made a good, quick, smart play there to move in the way of the cross. However, Yankton will have the set piece. Trying to break this goalless draw. We're now into the 19th minute. Outswing Yankton player falls, headed out by Pierre. And a little bit of space, at least for a moment, for LaRoche until Jimenez caught up with him, but LaRoche moves away from him, sends it to Caleb Morris. Now for Caden Ahart, still in midfield for Pierre. From right to left, sent for Alex Odekoven down the left flank with those orange soccer shoes. Spinning the pass to Ahart. Back out, midfield. They'll try to set it up again. This time it's Lucas Height. Works his way around a defender, took a return feed. Big collision there with Ortiz, but play on, they say. Pass out, knocked down by Jacoby LaRoche for Pierre. And now cleared out by Yankton. Agard trying to control it with the header. Ahead for Caleb Morris. Pierre trying to start out again, but a good play by Dan Emring to get in the way of that and send it for Jimenez. Nearing the halfway mark, just to over 19 minutes played. We're in the 20th minute of this first half. Still a goalless draw here at the PILC Soccer Complex. The boys in varsity playing first today here on River 92.7. Another run is denied by a clear up by Owen Savage, but Yankton tries again. Dan Emring with Ty Bindi there with him, and Bindi fell down as he sent it ahead toward Haley Fable. Long distribution by the Pierre keeper, going for Odekoven. His header ahead, but no Governor strikers were able to get back, so it rolls with no problem to the Yankton keeper Kronberg. Distribution to midfield. Long send ahead. Fable to come out and boot it to midfield. We're now midway through the first half. Still no score. Headed down by the Governors, Jacob Leiferman. Odekoven helps him out and brings it. Centered at midfield to Morris. Back for Blanchard, but that pass just a little too far ahead for Jacoby LaRoche. Ball had some speed on it, so Kronberg had to come over about 20 feet to the right of the net, but had to come quickly to handle that ball before it would have gone out of play for a corner kick. Distribution up to midfield with Yankton controlling in the 21st minute. Scholes past Odekoven, and then Height not able to handle it, but Agard's back there to help him out for Pierre in his own end. Norton on the right side. Carter ahead for Caden Ahart. There with Ortiz, and it went off, Kevin, for a Pierre throw-in. But substitutions first. Allegri's back in for the Governors. And Everett Norton also in, getting a chance, another 8th grader getting a chance to play in varsity action here for Pierre. A very young team. Agard, Fable, and Jaron Beck are the only seniors. Norton sent it back for Ahart. Blanchett couldn't play it. Yankton did instead. Up ahead for Jimenez. But again, 4 Governors standing back there in midfield, and Height, one of them, is able to bring the pass in. Now they'll try to start. Here comes an outside run. Jimenez sent it back for Nelson, but there again, Pierre defensively, was Savage able to control it at least for a moment. Dannenbring has it again for Yankton, 23rd minute. Sent ahead, but Savage is able to intercept it again, but it came right back to Jimenez and now to Simon Scholes. Right wing as Yankton tries to send it deep once again. And they send it in front, but nowhere near the net. And Blanchette with some good speed in the midfield. Past two defenders, tries to start a run right down the middle. He's still in traffic. Now finds Allegre on the left wing. Javier Pretel Allegre, but a bad pass is taken right in by Scholes, but comes right back to Norton. Now in the left wing, near the corner, it's Aharts. Dealing with Scholes. This is a tall defender, Simon Scholes. Cross in front, just went wide, and Otakobin couldn't catch up with it. Well, the idea was there, but no Governors were in the box. And Yankton will have a goal kick as Anthony Alfonso Acosta comes back into the Yankton lineup. We're in the 24th minute. We're at the PILC Soccer Complex. Boys varsity action first today with Pierre Yankton scoreless. David Burrow with you. Colby Carey is our studio coordinator. Remember, watch this game at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Caleb Brozick handling the video as usual so well. Otakobin at midfield. Now back to height for the Governors. Loose ball, and Yankton still can't get a rush going because Morris is there to knock the pass down. Blanchette sent it ahead, but nobody ahead on the right flank. And Yankton just stopped there and held everything. Had that play gone through, they might have been able to employ the offside trap anyway. Ash for Oxford, another 8th grader, comes into the lineup for Pierre. Caden Aharts will come out. We've just gone into the 25th minute, and the Governors, no goals, but they have worked hard in these first 25 minutes and had some good chances. They've had 5 shots on goal. Yankton still with only the 1 shot on goal so far in this match. As we had heard, it's a team with some speed. Bad pass is knocked down by Oxford. Blanchette trying to come up for it, but warding him away is Lance Dannenbring of Yankton. To Jimenez. Acosta ahead of him on the right flank, and the lead goes for Acosta. He's right of the box now. Sends across over a teammate for a header and then sent way high and wide. And it'll be a goal kick for Pierre, but it is the second shot for Yankton as Patrick Gurney, a senior, comes into the Buck lineup. Let's take a Coca-Cola timeout. Goalless. We're now in the 26th minute, and we're back in 30 seconds here on River 92.7.
Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
At midfield, it's Acosta for Yankton, still goalless as we play in the 26th minute. Sent toward goal, but no problem. Fable was a long try by the Bucks' Byron Jimenez. 2 years ago, this program had a great year. Yankton did 15-1-1. 2021 boys AA champions. Last year, 7-5-3, a loss in the first round to the Spearfish Spartans, whom they share a third with right now in the seed point standings. Loose on the right wing, and Pierre's able to come out with it again. Governors have had a good start to this match. No goals to score for it, but they have really taken it to Yankton. Pierre will have a throw in here and make a substitution first with Caden Aharts. And Everett Norton, the 8th grader, had a chance to play for a few minutes on varsity, and he'll come right back out after a little bit of a rest for Aharts. Very important midfielder for this Governor team. Again, it is Sioux Falls Jefferson here on Saturday. Girls varsity first. We'll have it for you 12:30 here on River 92.7 on Saturday afternoon as Yankton sends it back to their keeper, Jackson Kronberg. And then next Tuesday, it is Huron for the final home matches. Our broadcast at 3:30, and distribution went a little wide. Scholes couldn't keep it in play, and Pierre will have A throw in about midway in Yankton's offensive, Pierre's offensive end here. As Aharts crossed it, but it's headed out by Dannenbring. Jimenez tried to handle. There to bother him is Blanchette. Oudekogben trying to help out, but Riefenrath is able to bring it up ahead, and they do start a run down the outside. Pass is made toward the center. Long play is sent in, but it's offside. Acosta was in ahead. And Pierre, recognizing, seeing that Acosta was coming down the right flank, stopped and made sure to trap him. And so Yankton's called for their first offside. We're about to enter the 29th minute here at the PILC Soccer Complex. No score, but plenty of good action in this first half and plenty of good play by the Governors. Yankton has certainly had their chances too, but it has been aggressive play by Pierre. They're the ones who have initiated a lot of the runs. Ash for Oxford trying to head it down to his feet. There to help him is Aharts. Now sent for Caleb Morris. Yankton takes it back with Dannenbring. Run down the right side by Acosta, but the pass is too far for him and into the Pierre bench. Which will lead to a Governor throw in. Carter Norton will come back in. And he said Odie, so that's Alex Oudekogben, so he's who will come out. Walter Ortiz Alonso, a senior, comes into the Yankton lineup. He replaces Nels Hansen. Long throw in here for Jacob Leiferman in front of his bench for Javier Pretel Alegre around a defender almost. Scholes is able to touch it, but it went right back into touch, and Alegre will conduct the throw in just to our left for Caleb Morris. But three defenders are there for Yankton. Alegre sends it right back ahead for Aharts, but a good play by Jimenez to take it away from him. A bump that was perfectly legal, and he made a fine play. Scholes for Jimenez again, still in their end. Now at midfield to Ty Bindi for Yankton. Just about a half hour gone in this match. Jimenez. Nope, didn't see Blanchette coming from behind. He knocked the ball away. Scholes is able to control it again in midfield, however, for Yankton. Pass for Aharts. Chested down to the turf by Dannenbring and sent ahead by Scholes, but only as far as midfield where Carter Norton tries to control for Pierre. Bindy's in his way. Norton tries to recover, but Bindi controls with a right wing feed to Anthony Alfonso Acosta. His pass is taken in and into touch by Owen Savage. And Yankton, it'll be a throw in, and Scholes, the senior, just to our right, just to the right of midfield, will handle it for Yankton. Into the corner, trying to catch up with it is Savage, trying to keep Gurney away. And he does, and send it on the left wing to Blanchette. Good play there in his own end by Owen Savage. Long down the right wing. Not a chance for the Governors, however, to make a run. And it'll be played at the top of the box by the keeper, Kronberg. Now into the 32nd minute. No goals still. Jimenez at midfield for the Bucks, who have had to deal with an onslaught of pure runs, although they've been able to slow the play down a little bit. And we didn't think we'd have to talk about Yankton having to do that, but that's how it's turned out in this match. Dannenbring dealing with Ash for Oxford. Now for Scholes, but Alegre in his way. Lost it for a moment, now did lose it to Scholes. Nice recovery by Simon. Send it into midfield, but Blanchette is there to send it into the offensive end where Ortiz knocked it back up ahead for Yankton. It is Carter Norton. Now for Caleb Morris, still in the midfield is Stephen Blanchette. Sent up ahead, a little too far for Aharts. Good header down by Ortiz, ahead for Scholes for Yankton. to Dannenbring as we're in the 33rd minute now. No score still. Down the left side of March. Sent for Jimenez. Byron nearing the D. Sent ahead. Fable is out to knock it down. And then sent out of play by Height. Way, way off his line. But it turned out to be the good play by Haley Faber for his first save. Yankton will have a throw-in as the Governors bring Alex Odekoben and Jacoby LaRush back in. Well, Fable, that was a calculated move. Fable knew he had to stop the charge right there, and Height was able to save it and put it in for a throw-in on the corner. Put it into touch. Off the restart, Odekoben intercepts, but the lead too far for Aharts. Ortiz is back to play it back to his keeper, Kronberg. 5 shots on goal for Pierre, 3 for Yankton. 1, that was the first save, as we said, for Haley Faber. Jackson Kronberg in the Yankton goal has made 2 saves. Still no score through it all in the 34th minute. With girls play still ahead for you here on River 92.7 and at the River 92.7 page at the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. You can watch it, brought to you by Bauman Lumber. Acosta ahead near the top of the D, not able to handle it is Bindi, and Pierre clears it to midfield with Odekoben. Aharts trying to corral it in for Pierre, but Dannenbrink, good play by Lance, took it right away from him. Sent ahead for Patrick Gurney. Here intercepts Odekoben, starts a run down the left wing right in front of us. Into the offensive end, but Scholes is there to knock it away. Odekoben's able to regain it near the center stripe, but his pass is taken in by Kevin Ortiz for Yankton. Kevin had that intercepted briefly. 35th minute now. Just under 6 minutes left first half. Bindi mistimed that pass. Height is able to take it in right for Scholes of Yankton. Turning around is Acosta. There's Stryker. Gurney got turned around, couldn't handle it. Pierre's able to send it into touch near their bench. About 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Antonio Guitron will come in here before this throw-in. Guitron, a freshman. Bindi will have the throw-in, or Acosta, I should say, in front of the Pierre bench. It's back to Acosta. Pass to 2 Pierre defenders. Acosta is deep in the right corner of the box, but the ball actually went over the goal line, so Pierre will have a goal kick. Acosta tried to control that on the right side and then cross it in front, but the angle was too severe, and it ends up in a Pierre goal kick. 36th minute of girls action ahead for you here on River 92.7, so stay here with us. And again, 12:30 on Saturday afternoon for the Governors and the Jefferson Cavaliers for another soccer doubleheader. Girls varsity will play first on Saturday, and then it's Huron here next Tuesday at 3:30 for the final home matches of this regular season. Yankton trying to send it ahead. Trying to go for Acosta, but the angle wasn't quite good enough for Anthony to catch up with it. And Fable was able to handle it and distribute on the left wing for Odekoben. Too far. Odekoben still trying to deal with Schultz. The ball actually went into touch. And I don't think Schultz touched that. I think it will be a Yankton throw-in, and yes, that's what it is. Intercepted by Aharts. Miss kicked by Riefenrath, and then Odekoben fell down as he tried to regain it. Riefenrath regains it and sent ahead by Scholes to midfield. Headed by the Governors, Aharts. Taken by the Bucks Gurney for his teammate Acosta. 2 defenders on him, and one of them is Aharts, or Morris, who took it away. He was there with LaRush. Pass sent back ahead. Schultz miskicked it. Aharts trying to gain it off of Ortiz. It is gained at the right part of the box by Aharts. Now sent high and wide, just wide again, and there was Carter Norton with another chance. Oh, a good pass there from Aharts going for Norton. Sent it high and wide, and Pierre has their 6th shot on goal in this first half. They've outshot Yankton 6-3. Still no goals here at the PILC Soccer Complex on the East Field where the boys play. It is LaRush. Your player got knocked down, but play on, they say, and Yankton's able to move ahead from left to right. Go the white and black clad Bucks, but a pass is too far ahead for his teammates, and Fable is able to handle it in the Pierre net. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. We're at just about the end of the 38th minute. No score. Again, an outside run for Yankton as they try to start it back up. Dannenbring at midfield. Sent it ahead, but no teammates there, nobody there. It goes wide for a goal kick. Benchade comes in. He's a senior. Simon Scholes with a deserved rest. He's played well in the defensive end for Yankton. Fable doesn't take the kick. Leiferman does. He can also play keeper. Leiferman has got a really good leg, and he took the goal kick that time instead of Fable. Yankton couldn't control, and Fable was out to handle it again. We have just over a minute left in this first half. Pierre and Yankton, still no score. The boot, Ahart's trying to control it, headed it to his feet. Yankton there to take it away. Ahart's, however, regained it from Ortiz Alonso, sent in front, just wide of the net. Kronberg, it was too high for him, and it still nearly went in at the left post, but went wide. And it ends up being a goal kick for Yankton, when it could have been something really good for the Govs. Just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. Yankton has seen a pretty good offensive look by Pierre, but there's no score. 24 seconds right now. Midfield. Guitron. Yankton just may try to bleed out these last 13 seconds unless they can get a long ball here. They try for one for Acosta, but it's too far, and that's going to end this first half. Pierre will throw it in. Came to Odekoven. The first half comes to an end. The score line on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard is Pierre nothing, Yankton nothing, but gotta say, that was a 40 minutes where, for a lot of the time anyway, Pierre certainly had the better of the play. Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the half at the PILC Soccer Complex in boys varsity action, no score between Pierre and Yankton. And the Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial Halftime Report comes next. More for you in 3 minutes on the official voice of Pierre Governors Soccer, River 92.7.
Even empty backfield out of the gun. Setting in the pocket. Firing for the end zone. Williams, touchdown! What a throw and what a catch!
The Field House in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us, broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Field House in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Kenols wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities. With locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Half just about to start here at the PILC Soccer Complex in boys soccer. Yankton, nothing, Pierre, nothing. David Burrow with you. Thank you for joining us. Remember, you can watch this game at the River 92.7 page, at the DRG News app, and at drgnews.com. Colby Carey, our studio coordinator. Caleb Brozick taking care of the video. Girls action still ahead. Time for the Comtech opening kickoff to begin the second half. This time it'll be the Governors who started off. They had a shot advantage of 6-3 over Yankton in the first half. But still no goals. Really a pretty well-played first half by both sides. Pierre, no doubt buoyed by the big second half they had, breaking the 2-all draw last Saturday with that big win in Yankton, and Mitchell, I should say, over the Colonels 4-2. And again, that's put them into the tie for 15th in the C-point standings with Rapid City Central, and potentially saved a lot of headaches next week. But if they can win today, I don't think they'd have to worry about anything like that. Odakoven trying to bring it ahead, but Yankton clears it to midfield. Chested down by Blanchette, but now Yankton sending it ahead. Pierre in green, if you're watching, will attack from left to right. Yankton in white tops and black shorts from right to left in this second half. A through ball that is too far for Acosta and goes over the goal line for a Pierre goal kick. Temperature is still around 90 degrees. You can hear a little bit of a breeze. It's not too bad. Out of the north, the wind's not too bad. Any little bit of a wind helps in a warm day like this. This is fairly warm weather for the 19th of September still, but that, we understand, is supposed to change a little later this week. To midfield, went off the head of Aharts. Now back for Caleb Morris. Yankton plays it back, out of danger. Ortiz felt a governor on rushing, so he half bicycle kicked it back up ahead, and it came to Lance Dannenbring for Yankton, trying to move around Blanchette. Centered it, but only a governor was there, and it's sent to midfield. Headed by Aharts. Odekoven now controls at the center stripe. Through ball on the right side for Blanchette as the Governors will try to start something. Back for Odekoven. Hard to miss with those orange shoes, man. Now intercepted by Cade Riefenroth for Yankton. Now for Ortiz, but it went off Odekoven and into touch. Yankton, long throw in. Dannenbring, good feed for Acosta. Anthony Alfonso Acosta will run down the left side. Past two Governor defenders. Centered. Turned around a little bit was Jimenez. Now he sent it back for Hansen. Now a shot at the top left of the box by Acosta. Didn't get everything on it. Did put it toward goal. But Fable had no problem making his second save on Yankton's fourth shot on goal. It was a pretty decent chance, but Acosta didn't quite get all the boot on it he wished. At midfield, Pierre trying to start a run with Allegre down the left side. Bumped off the ball, legally though. And Yankton back toward midfield with it. Jimenez past Allegre down the right side, but Pierre is able to come back. Still, Yankton is able to send the ball deep. It did go off of a Pierre and across the goal line, so Yankton will have a right side corner as we view it, their fourth corner today. We're in the 44th minute, just over 3 minutes gone, second half. Still no score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard between Pierre and Yankton at the PILC Soccer Complex. In swing, headed by Height. Pierre can't recover to keep it in touch. I believe that went off Height and will lead to another Yankton corner, and that's the case. But a good play by Lucas to get the head up there before anybody else could. This time, the corner will come from the left side, and it'll be administered by Kevin Ortiz. Left footer sent near the right post, but too far for everyone, and LaRush is able to bring it at least beyond the box, but Yankton controls again with Hansen. His left-footed drive, long one, no problem for Fable. For about 32 yards, but Fable was able to handle it. And Yankton's had a couple of shots early on in this second half. Still no score. Distribution. Brought in by Riefenroth briefly, but Aharts turns around for Pierre. Tries to find Odekoven with a run down the right side. Alex. Little wide. Couldn't cross. Riefenroth made a good play to take it away from him, but it went over the goal line off of the Yankton player. So Pierre will have their first corner today. From the right side, at the end to our right. The north end here in the east field of the PILC Soccer Complex. It's Jacoby LaRush from the right corner. Near the right post, sent right back out by Kevin Ortiz. And able to control it briefly before it goes into touch is Acosta, so Pierre will have a throw-in. 46th minute, just over 5 minutes gone in this second half. Quick restart. Aharts is intercepted by Cade Riefenroth.
Good play, Cade.
But into touch, Pierre's throw-in now. Comes to Blanchette. Stephen on the left side, headed down for a moment before Caleb Morris sent a long, wide one for a Yankton goal kick. Morris sent it wide of the goal. He was about 28 yards out. Just about 6 minutes gone in this second half. Still no score between Pierre and Yankton. Plenty of good action in this match. Governors have had Yankton on their haunches at times today. Ehart's trying to do so again, but he has defended well. Blanchette sent it right back ahead, but again scooped up with no problem by Kronberg. Jackson Kronberg, the senior, is the keeper for Yankton. Distribution, left side, Acosta. Sent it back for his teammate, Riefenrath. Little left foot back to Acosta, able to keep it in touch at the center stripe. Now his center is intercepted by Pierre, and it's Lucas Height to take it in. Across center and long down the right side, trying to lead Ehart's, but it was too far for Caden, and Yankton will let that go for a goal kick. Let's take a Coca-Cola timeout of 30 seconds. No score, about 33 minutes to go. We're back in 30 seconds on River 92.7.
Of electrical systems, capable of troubleshooting electrical problems and come up with solutions for them. Journeyman electrician candidates need to have a deep familiarity with various types of electrical systems, fixtures, and components. They have to be able to repair electrical uses with a variety of tools and techniques. Need to have a valid driver's license. Apply at Nystrom Electrical Contracting, 4250 East Highway 34 in Pierre.
Oudekhoven battled in the right corner with Cade Riefenrath, and it'll end up with Oudekhoven putting it out of play for another Yankton goal kick. We're in the 48th minute. Still no score. Kronberg's goal kick came to midfield. Pierre trying to control Ehart's. Two defenders on him for a throw in. It went off Yankton, so it's Oudekhoven to throw it in for Pierre. Attacking at the end to our right. They're in green, emerald green and white. Yankton in white tops, black shorts. Across by Ehart's. Wide of the left side. Sent back in by LaRush and too high, and it'll lead to another Yankton goal kick. So Pierre again able to set some things up in Yankton's offensive end. As Walter Ortiz-Alonso will come in at the next opportunity for Yankton, and when the chance comes, Carter Norton, who has had a couple pretty good chances today, will come back in for the Governors. Distribution off the goal kick, too far. Pierre trying to play it back. Look out, as a chance there is intercepted instead by Pierre. Yankton appeared for a moment at a good opportunity. Height sent it way ahead. Going for Ehart's. Can he catch up with it past Ortiz? Had the right foot on it. Ortiz still bothering him. The cross sent in front. Oh, and went high off Allegre. Couldn't bring it to his feet. And Kronberg had to come out of the net to distribute it. Almost a great chance for Allegre. Left wing Dannon Bring for Yankton. Oudekhoven trying to free him of the ball, but they're going to say that it was the Yankton player who committed the foul. Free kick for Pierre. Sent down the right side, deep. And a try with a cross here by Ehart's. Headed over the net. Great chance for LaRush. But headed it over on Pierre's seventh shot on net. Those substitutions that we told you about are made. Yankton has a goal kick. 50 minutes gone. We're right now into the 51st minute. Norton sent ahead, but too far. Back to midfield are the Yankton Bucks with Anthony Alfonso Acosta. Back pass, nearly too far for Ortiz Alonso. And, in fact, Yankton sends into touch. Quick restart. Norton couldn't handle it, though, for Pierre on the right side. Out to midfield, but it's knocked down by the Governors' Tayshawn Agard. Ahead for Caleb Morris outside the right box. Centered off of LaRush again. It is Allegre with a boot from the right side, from the left side, but he sent it wide right. Allegre has got a pretty good right foot. He has scored 3 times this season. Not a terrible chance at all there for a fourth one, but it went wide. 51st minute now goes to the 52nd minute. Just under 29 minutes left. No score between Pierre and Yankton at the PILC Soccer Complex. And here's a one that went all the way to the Yankton, or the Pierre goal before Fable played it ahead. Ortiz Alonso able to keep it away at least for a moment from Norton. Norton trying to jostle the ball away from Ortiz Alonso, and he's caught with a tug that time, yep. Carter, the sophomore, tried hard, but it was resorted to tugging the jersey, and a free kick for Yankton, but went off the foot of Governor Morris at midfield. Allegre is able to control on the left side now for Pierre. Tries to start a rush, but 2 defenders in his way. Javier Pretel Allegre turns around again. Tries to start it down the left flank near the touchline. And into touch by Yankton. A young team, but a Pierre team showing pretty good mettle today against a senior-dominated, fast Yankton team. And here comes the Bucks with that speed, trying to send it to Acosta. Agard back, and he's able to send it out, but it went over the goal line, so Yankton will have a corner, number 6 for them. These set pieces, always dangerous, and Yankton will have this one from the right corner. Kevin Ortiz with that left foot will start it again. The 53rd minute. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, no score. On our Family Dental with Pierre and Gettysburg post-game, our Hermanson Endodontics big play, our Cowboy Country Stores player of the match, too. Antonio Guitron will come in for Yankton as this corner kick is about to be made. Players lined up. Now they break their way toward the net. Fable is able to get a punch on it. Ball is still loose, but to the right side, in fact, into touch for a throw-in. So Fable made the smart play there. Quick restart. Back in for Acosta to Nels Hansen for Yankton. Pierre knocks it away. Ahart's at midfield trying to start a rush. Hansen, good tackle to take it away from him and left it for Ortiz. Nice play, Nels Hansen. Ahead on the right side for Gatron. But it is Pierre to intercept and send it into touch for a Yankton throw-in. But it'll be deep in the offensive end. Caden Morris comes back into the Pierre lineup. Everett Norton is also in to give Ahart's a little bit of a rest, and also a little bit of a rest for Caleb Morris. Won't be too long, you can imagine, before they're back in. Yankton off of the restart. Went off a Governor, able to be cleared out of play by Agard. Yankton on the left wing now will have a throw-in in the 55th minute. Still scoreless here at the PILC Soccer Complex. This has been a very good match. Dannenbring on the left side. Marked here by Blanchette. Dannenbring moves past him, then moves past Carter Norton. And the cross in front, but Fable off his line is able to handle it. Well, good moves there, but no Yankton player able to come ahead for that and able to handle it is the Pierce senior keeper, Haley Fable. His distribution past Everett Norton. Headed by Ortiz Alonso. Everett Norton sent it back for LaRussian up ahead. Yankton trying to trap him on the offside, but now they gain control of it and, in fact, send it back to the keeper, Kronberg. You may have heard from the Yankton bench saying offside, meaning try to trap him, try to come back as they make that last pass, try to do that onside trap. Agard from midfield sent it ahead for Pierre. Everett Norton couldn't catch up to it. Ben Ortiz did instead for Yankton. Left wing to Cape Reef and Rock. For Dannenbring. Touch ahead. Yankton trying to play it at the top of the D. However, it is Pierre's Owen Savage who sent it into touch. Quick restart. Came to Jimenez for Yankton. Byron Jimenez. Now near the right post, but headed out by the Governors. And Yankton will play it back near midfield to Ortiz Alonso, the 56th minute. No goals yet. Time Bindi for Yankton. Right side for Simon Scholes. And the ball is sent ahead and into touch off of Pierre. It'll be a Yankton throw-in as the Bucks bring Patrick Gurney and it's Shardy back in. And after a brief rest, here comes Caden Aharts. Back in for Pierre is Everett Norton. After spelling him for a few minutes, will come right back out. In the 57th minute, right wing throw in for Yankton and Pierre's offensive end. Right side of the D through a couple of defenders, and Agard had to send it out of play before that ball would have been centered. It's going to lead to a Yankton corner, but it was all Agard could do there to prevent a scoring chance for Yankton. And the Bucks will have their 7th corner as they are about to embark on it. Here comes Caleb Morris back in for Pierre, and at least for the moment, a rest for Javier Pretel Alegre. The 57th minute now becomes the 58th minute. Yankton with corner number 7 in this goalless match. Ortiz with the left foot sends it in headed down, but Fable's right there. For his 4th save on Yankton's 6th shot. Now Carter Norton the other way for Pierre. Send it for Aharts. Trying to control. Wide of the box on right side. His center is tapped by Kronberg, but still loose. But up ahead for Yankton at midfield to Ortiz. Left it there for Dannenbring. Lance went off the head of the Governors' Tayshawn Agard. Dannenbring again for Yankton at midfield. That's too far for Gurney. Back to Dannenbring, who again controls. He plays a lot like Blanchette does for the Governors, trying to start plays from midfield. Down the right wing. Scholes, that went off of Governor and across the goal line. So here comes another corner for Yankton. That's going to be the 8th corner for the Bucks in this match. Pierre has had just one. We're in the 59th minute. No score between Pierre and Yankton on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's left for Gatron, but then knocked right back out by the Governors' Caleb Morris. It'll be a throw-in for Yankton this time, but still deep in the offensive end. It's for Amenas on the right flank. Sent ahead. Pierre sends it out to midfield. Trying to start a run is LaRush. Going for Norton. And Carter send it back to the rush on the left wing. Helped out here now by Morris. Centered, but knocked out by Yankton. Governors hadn't had a good run for a while after they had several in the first half. But Yankton certainly had more of the play in this second half. Pierre in control now in Yankton's end, at least for the moment, in the 60th minute of a still goalless match, but a very, very good one. Turning around is Lucas Height. The right side, Norton. Sent it in the left side of the box. Pierre trying to control it there. It is loose, sent ahead. The shot is right on, but saved by Kronberg. Pierre's 9th shot, Kronberg's 3rd save. Just over 20 minutes to go. No score still between Pierre and Yankton. Girls action still ahead here on River 92.7. What a good match this has been. Carter Norton for Pierre. Move it right back with some hustle as and shotting. Norton is still able to stay with it. Could he keep it in play? Nope, he's called for a foul, in fact. It'll be a free kick from near the touchline. Sent ahead by Sade, and it's too far for everyone. Way out to distribute with the foot is Fable. Dannenbring, long one that Fable had to handle because that was going toward the net. That was from about 20 yards in his own end, but that was a smart play by Dannenbring. And a very accurate play to put it toward the net, making sure Fable had to handle it, but there were no bucks around, so Fable was able to set it down now and distribute with the boot to midfield. Loose there. Ahart's trying to catch up, can't. Tries again, but Dannenbring's in his way. And now it's Blanchette to take it for Pierre in the center circle. Right wing distribution. Norton send it back for Tayshawn Agard on the center stripe right in front of us, right side. Allegre with a touch, but no Governor is there. And Shoddy is there instead, but it came right to the Governors, Caden Morris. Norton trying to deal with it, but Hansen is in his way nicely. Send it for Ortiz. Yankton tries to start a run. Still at midfield, Dannenbring. Left it for Simon Scholes. Now sent ahead to Shoddy. Bennett turned around. Oh, and then Norton is able to bring him off his pins for a moment. Still able to pass it to Hansen, who sent it in front on a long one, but on one bounce it came to Fable. Just about to go into the 63rd minute. Still no score between Pierre and Yankton. Ahart's at midfield. Through two defenders deftly for Morris on the left side. Centered it. Still well outside the D for Allegre. Up ahead for Carter Norton. Two good chances for the sophomore early on. More playing time today with Weston Northrup not able to go. It's for Allegre, and he sent it over the net, or for LaRussia, I should say. Jacoby sent it high, but it's Pierre's 10th shot. They've outshot Yankton 10-6. The 63rd minute, just under 17 and a half minutes to play. Now, Pierre wants to win, but a draw would be helpful against a highly ranked team by Yankton. Any more points you can pick up would be a help. Again, the Governors probably won't have to be concerned about that last playoff spot. They certainly helped themselves with that win, as we say in Yankton last Saturday, but if they can gain more than just losing points today, that would help their cause even more. Here comes the striker, Anthony Alfonso Acosta, back into the Yankton lineup. Yankton at 7-2-1, tied with the Spearfish for third in the AA boys seed point standings. But being given all they want by Pierre on the Governors' home field today. Kevin Ortiz off Riefenrath's head. He tries to catch back up with it and moves his way right past Agard nicely. Left side of the box, a long shot is scooped up by Fable. Good run there. Fable's fifth save. 64th minute. Haley will slow things down, distribute with a boot to midfield. Headed by Pierre, but Yankton's Bindi able to play it back, but the restart a little too quick by Kronberg and missed Dannenbring, leading to a Pierre throw-in. For Ahart's, little bump by Ortiz, preventing Ahart's from crossing, and in fact he held him. And the foul is going to give Pierre a free kick here in a pretty good position. On the right side in the 65th minute.
You're the best defender we have.
It will be Caden Ahart's, the freshman, to start it. An opportunity here for Pierre with a fairly deep free kick. Oda Colvin near the middle. Send, it's headed and it's wide. Off of Morris, and the best of all the opportunities the Governors have had today, Morris just headed it wide. The closest the Governors have come to taking the lead on their 11th shot. Goal kick. Kronberg. Head to midfield. Knocked down, turning around. Dannenbring. Nils Hansen ahead. Headed by the Governor's own Savage. At midfield. Yankton not able to control. Pierre will have the throw-in. We're in the 66th minute. Plenty of action in this match. Both teams have had great chances. The one a moment ago, the header by Morris off the free kick, the best one, but still no score. But a very, very good match. Both teams have played very well today. Tall Lance Dannenbring. Bring it for Bennett. Shoddy is still at midfield. Nice moves. Oh, one too many. And Odekoven's able to take it away for a moment, but Shoddy knocked it right back away from him. Dannenbring controls again. Intercepted by Agard. Now Blanchette, who hasn't been able to handle it much. Here's a long shot that goes just wide by Dannenbring. And Pierre will have a goal kick. Just under 14 minutes left. We're in the 67th minute. A reminder that on our Family Dental Pierre and Gettysburg postgame, we'll have our Hermanson Endodontics big play of the match. We'll have our Cowboy Country Stores player of the match, too. There's a lot of players on both sides that it could go to. And midfield, it came to Hansen for Yankton. Twice went off of him on tries from Riefenrath, but Cade regains it. Send it back for Shoddy. And Odekoven there again. A little push by Shoddy. Play on, they say. Odekoven and Shoddy still battle, but that went off of Bennett right in front of us. So Alex Odekoven and Pierre at the center stripe will have the throw-in, but it came right to Lance Dannenbring of Yankton. For Byron Jimenez. Sent ahead and trying to get a foot on his hands, and he can't quite do it. And able to put it out of danger is the keeper, Fable. Aharts for LaRush. Long shot is just wide and high by Jacoby. Goal kick for Yankton, but Pierre had another opportunity there. A long try by Jacoby LaRush. Walter Ortiz-Alonso back into the Yankton lineup. Distribution to midfield. Up ahead comes Nels Hansen for Byron Jimenez for Yankton. Looking for win number 8. And here is a cross that is deflected out of play and over the goal line by Pierre. Giving Yankton another corner. This is going to be their 9th one today. 69th minute, just under 12 minutes to go. No score between Pierre and Yankton. Kevin Ortiz has taken the majority of these corners. He does so with the left foot now from the right corner. It's an in-swing near the left post. Too high for a teammate's header. That was Riefenrath. Acosta runs it down left wing. Trying to take it away and keep it away from Agard. Sent back out for Byron Jimenez. He tries to cross, and that is wide, and Pierre will have a goal kick again. So again, not much able to come from Yankton's point of view from their 9th corner. The 69th minute, we're almost into the 70th minute. Time winding down in a very good match here at the PILC Soccer Complex here on River 92.7 with girls action still ahead for you. Stay here with us. Again, it'll be Jacob Leiferman to take this kick. Boot comes past midfield. Yankton is able to control it there, and a buck was tripped up, so they'll have a free kick. 10.5 minutes now to play. Will anyone break the ice? Still a goalless draw to this point on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. As Pierre tries to beat Yankton in boys soccer for only the 2nd time and the 1st time here. Went ahead, but went off of a Governor. Across the goal line, Yankton has corner number 10. Well, the Bucks can't say they haven't had their chances, too. 10 corners will tell you they've had their share. At the right post, Fable can handle it for a moment. It's loose. Jimenez at the top of the box. It is knocked out of there by Agard. Yankton wanted a handball, wasn't called. Or was it? Well, Fable's down a bit, and that's why they'll have to stop the clock. And they do so with 9:40 left, and Fable, they'll have to tend to him. So let's take a Coca-Cola timeout while they do, we're in the 71st minute. Still no score between Pierre and Yankton. And we'll return in 30 seconds here on River 92.7. Well, Haley Fable was the Governor keeper that got a little bit of a fact bumped their dealing with him. He took a little shot right under the eye. So just to the right of us in the medical tent, they'll look at Haley. And as we mentioned, the other keeper is Jacob Leiferman. So Jacob will now have to, remember, the keeper has to wear a different color, at least top, than the rest of the team. And so Jacob puts on his goalkeeping glove, puts on his highlighter lime top, and he'll head toward the net. This will be a Yankton throw-in off of this stoppage. Just under 10 to go. 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. We're in the 71st minute. No score between Pierre and Yankton in boys soccer in an excellent match here at the PILC Soccer Complex. And it'll be Walter Ortiz Alonso to have the throw-in. As soon as he's told he can do so. Again, Jacob Leiferman now in net for Pierre. They're having to tend to Haley Fable, still doing so just behind us. All right, play ready to go again. From the throw-in, Shanaegard is able to bring it into touch for a throw-in. Pierre is able to clear it almost to midfield. Aharts will try to start a run here with Allegre. And his through ball too far for Aharts. Back to take it is Bindi. Just over 9 minutes to play in a goalless match. Ortiz Alonso for Riefenroth for Yankton. Back to Alonso, now to Byron Jimenez. Left side, trying to move in front. And in the way of that was Morris. And now, as a Yankton player tried to come in deep, Leiferman able to defend him. And it did not touch him, so it is a goal kick. That was Walter Ortiz Alonso who was trying to move in deep. 72nd minute, just under 9 to go. Pierre nothing, Yankton nothing. What a match this has been at the PILC Soccer Complex. Leiferman's distribution to midfield off the head of Ortiz Alonso. And then sent ahead by Yankton. Pierre into touch, but on the right flank, Yankton will have a throw-in back in the offensive end. Well, the best chance came about 5 minutes ago by the Governors' Caleb Morris. A header off a free kick went just wide, but Yankton has had a lot more of the offensive play in this second half after Pierre had more of the offensive play in the first half. What a match. Loose ball is taken in his own end by Caden Aharts for Pierre, for Jacoby LaRush. Just under 8 minutes to go now. We're in the 73rd minute. Aharts trying to send it for Caleb Morris. He couldn't handle it. Ortiz on the way. Odekoven almost got a foot on it. Came back to Odekoven, right side. He's able to cross, but the angle's a little cute, and he ascended over the net. Goal kick now for Yankton by Kronberg. 73rd minute. Oh, rush here. Look out. Here comes Acosta, but he got too much of that and sent it over the net way high. Good run. Down, if you were going to say in American football, the right seam by Acosta, but he overcooked that one, and Pierre has a goal kick. Now, right now, 7 minutes remaining. The 74th minute. Leiferman. Down the left wing, sent that goal kick right out of play, and that'll lead to a Yankton throw-in. They restart quickly. Off of Governor. Sent ahead. Otakopin trying to catch up, and he does at midfield. Kept it away from a Yankton defender for a moment. Off of Morris, who regained it, left it for Agard. Back near midfield again for Otakopin, but sent too far ahead for LaRush, and 3 Bucks are back. Just under 6.5 minutes remaining. Jimenez looking ahead for Nelson. Into the net. Oh, it went off Leiferman. And out of play, and there was Yankton's best chance today by Nels Hansen. Did Leiferman not get a hand on that? He didn't. So it is a goal kick. Oh, Nels Hansen thought he had one at the left side at the post. Oh, and then that goal kick goes awry and right into touch and into the Yankton bench. So the Bucks will have a throw-in the offensive end. Just under 6 minutes left. Pierre's able to head it. Otakopin does. Had it right back by Jimenez of the Bucks, but came back to Otakopin for Pierre. Through ball on the right wing. Ahart's trying to catch up. Ortiz back there. And he's able to send it back to his keeper, Kronberg. 5.5 minutes, just under 5.5 to go. 75th minute. Both teams trying to break the ice. Ortiz Alonso for Yankton. It is sent for Jimenez, left side. Back deep again for Ortiz Alonso. Magar trying to catch up with him. Near the goal line. Ortiz Alonso again controlling. Left it for Jimenez, left side of the box. Cross to the right post. Headed by Pierre. Another try to send it out by Allegre, and Fag instead goes over the goal line. Yankton has an 11th corner, which they execute quickly. Bring it in, off the hands of Leiferman, cleared out by Height. Height may have saved the draw there. And Pierre sends it out of danger to midfield. Yankton controls again with 4.5 minutes to go. Ortiz, in his way is Otakopin, and then Alex is sent down by Ortiz. The challenge too late. Pierre at center on the right wing will have a free kick. Just about 4 minutes to go. We're about to enter the 77th minute. One of the Governor captains, Stephen Blanchette, with a good foot. Left wing for Aharts, headed toward goal, but on one bounce it easily came to the keeper, Kronberg, but that is shot number 12 for Pierre, and Kronberg's fourth save. 3:45 remaining. Plays at midfield. But Yankton's called for a foul. A little bit of a high kick by Riefenroth. Will lead Blanchette to another free kick. This one's about 6 yards on Pierre's defensive side. Long towards Aharts. Headed, however, and then a Pierre player sent down near the box, but they'll play on, and the ball sent out of play. And a lead to a throw-in for Pierre, who brings in Carter Norton again. Simon Scholes back in, the good defender for Yankton. Just over 3 minutes to go. Still no score, but both teams trying hard to break this goalless draw. Now Yankton has a throw-in and brings it for Dannenbring at midfield. To Scholes. His through ball is too far for Riefenroth. Agard is able to catch up and send it out of play. That means Yankton will have a throw-in deep in the offensive end. Off the left wing. Headed by Agard again. Came back to Riefenroth. Sent in front and a punch out of there on a good play by Leiferman and net, and then sent high and wide by Yankton. Haley Fable, if you're just joining us, took a little bit of a shiner below his right eye a moment ago, and that's why Jacob Leiferman is in net. Haley is just off to our right at the Pierre bench. 2 minutes remaining. We go into the 79th minute. Still no score between Pierre and Yankton. Scholes. His run stopped, tapped out of play by Jacoby LaRush. Quick restart off the throw-in for Yankton. Came back to Scholes. Around Norton. Well, Norton did get a foot on it, send it right back out of play. A minute 40 to go. Another throw-in for Yankton. Comes deep and sent right back out by the Governors. Blanchette, 90 seconds left in this match. Another Yankton throw-in towards the left side of the box. A header by Blanchette. Pierre trying to clear, still can't. Deep down there is Hansen, who had such a good chance a moment ago. Blanchette sent it into touch again. 1:13 left. Yankton has another throw-in left side. Scholes sent it for Byron Jimenez. Left side, and past him, Pierre will have a goal kick. And here comes Haley Fable back into the match. So Fable apparently all right, but the time keeps running. We're down to 48 seconds. Pierre, I don't want to say they'd be entirely happy with a draw. I think they'd be pleased. I think at this point they'd take it as much as the ball has been in their end in the last 5 minutes. We're down to 33 seconds left, and Yankton will have another throw-in towards the right side, headed by Savage. But it's across the goal line. Yankton is going to have their 12th corner. Just 20 seconds remaining. They'll execute it quickly. Off heads in front. Ortiz couldn't get everything on it. It is sent high and wide, and that probably was Yankton's last opportunity. As there is 7 seconds left, the Governors probably won't even have to make this goal kick. Time will run out, and the Pierre Governors, I think, let me amend what I said. I think they'll happily take this goalless draw. They played well. Yankton Bucks were really coming on in the last 10 minutes of this match. Had several chances to take the lead, including one great one from Nels Hansen very late after Caleb Morris had a superb opportunity for Pierre. But these teams play 80 minutes to a goalless draw on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard here at the PILC Soccer Complex. And again, this will help the Governors, not a win, but draw against the fourth-ranked team in the point standings will certainly help them out. And again, I don't think they're going to have to worry about coming down to that last game as far as making the playoffs. Governors are now at 3-4-3. Yankton is now at 7-2-2. Stay tuned, because our Family Dental, Pierre and Gettysburg postgame comes next. We will have our Hermanson Endodontics big play, and we'll also have our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. We'll have our postgame in 2 minutes here on the official voice of Pierre Governors Soccer, River 92.7. And it is our family dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-match show at the PILC Soccer Complex. And for the Pierre Governors, not a win, but a draw. I don't think they'll be disappointed with it all. It is goalless with the Yankton Bucks. And Pierre certainly did have plenty of good opportunities in the first half, but just missing was Caleb Morris with about 6 minutes to go. An opportunity that could have put Pierre in front, and then a couple of minutes later, Nels Hansen, just at the left post for Yankton, missed a great opportunity that could have given the Bucks the victory. By our count, shots on goal were 10 for Yankton, 12 for Pierre, 4 saves in net for Jackson Kronberg of Yankton, and 5 saves for Haley Fable of Pierre. There were 12 corner kicks in this match for Yankton. Pierre had only 1. Yankton called for offside 1 time. Pretty good 80 minutes of soccer, and both teams come away with the draw. Pierre now at 3-4-3, and Yankton at 7-2-2. Let's tell you about our Hermanson Endodontics big play, or in this case, big plays of the match. And we'll do that in 30 seconds after this from Hermanson Endodontics here on River 92.7. I think this is big plays have to go to the Governors for how they played on their own end in about the last 10-12 minutes of the match when Yankton kept having chances, but the defenders did well, cleared out balls on a lot of occasions, and Haley Fable certainly did his job in net, holding off Yankton despite that one big chance we told you about from Nels Hansen. The defensive work by the Governors surviving the Yankton barrage late in the game. Our Hermanson Endodontics big plays of the match. Time to name our Cowboy Country Store's player of the match. We'll tell you who has the T-shirt on his way to him in 30 seconds after this from Cowboy Country Stores on River 92.7.
Hunting the fields, fishing the waters, taking kids to activities. Family while on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas. Federal Bird Stamps. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken on Euclid and Harrison in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
That T-shirt could have gone to a lot of players today on both sides. Nelson had a pretty good match. Jimenez made a lot of things happen for Yankton. Kronberg was steady, and I really like the way that Dannenbrink starts things in Shoals. I thought Carter Norton did some really good things for the Governors today, too. And also, he had a couple of chances early on. Caleb Morris, as he usually does, hung around the net. But I decided, I think, give it to Haley Fable. That was a boot in the face. We found out that was why Fable went down late in the match, had a pretty good shiner, but really was steady in net. And when you're dealing against a team with as much speed as the Bucks have, you always have to be ready. And Fable handled the ball well today. If you follow the Governor boys in soccer, you know that's been an issue at times for Haley. But not at all today. Haley was very sharp, and Haley has the T-shirt. Haley Fable, the Governor keeper, as our Cowboy Country Stores player of the match. The Governors now at 3-4-3 with 3 regular season matches remaining, and the next of those for them is Saturday afternoon against Sioux Falls Jefferson. They'll play in varsity second after the girls play first. Of course, we still have girls action here today at the PILC Soccer Complex, as it is Pierre and Yankton in girls soccer on the way for you. And don't forget that on your way home from the game, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you that buckling up is the best way to save your life in a crash. Do it for your family and friends because you've got someplace to be. Pierre and Yankton ended a goalless draw in boys soccer here at the PILC Soccer Complex. We are not too far from girls action getting started, so stay right here. That comes up immediately for you on the Bank West pregame show. We're in the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth here at the PILC Soccer Complex. And you know that the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being part of the team. They remind you to buckle up every trip, every time. So our quick pregame for girls soccer is Pierre meets Yankton. That'll get underway in 3 minutes from the PILC Soccer Complex here on the official voice of Pierre Governors Soccer, River 92.7.
From the early days of South Dakota State.